What a day, what a day, what a day. What a crazy few days. I swear, when that creative urge strikes, I will not, well, I'm not going to say I won't eat, because I definitely haven't been starving myself, but I will not stop. It's like I physically can't stop, which I know that's like a manifestor thing. Human design describes me and the creative process for me so well. But it's almost like one of those, I cannot eat, sleep, think, really focus on anything else other than creating and executing it, whatever it is I'm creating. This time it was Christmas. I swear, I can't make this shit up. My urges are so fucking weird. They're fucking weird. But it's just this massive fucking urge to create all of this croissant girl era merch. And I don't know I don't know where this shit comes from, but I don't know why God thought I needed to create croissant girl era, because it's me, and it's not like that shit's ever going to go anywhere. It's I'm just, honestly, I'm grateful. I had one person order a croissant girl era hoodie. But it's half the time I don't even know why I'm creating. Sometimes I think it's just to keep me busy, to keep me focused elsewhere, so that God can do his work, her work, its work. I don't fucking know. Universe. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm God. Maybe it's I'm just the captain of this ship. My soul is. I don't know. I don't really know how that works. But regardless, sometimes I just think, whatever it is, the higher powers that be just need to keep me focused on something else. It's almost like a distraction, so that almost I can just get out of my own way long enough for maybe a miracle to happen. I don't really know. I don't really care. I love croissants and I love the bows, and so I don't know. I couldn't stop until I created it, and the next thing I'm going to create with it is some candles. It's so funny, the idea, not the idea, but the wording for the idea came to me, I just got out of the bath, and it just came to me while I was in the bath. It was did you ever wonder, what croissant girl era would smell like? Yeah, probably not. But, I feel like it would probably smell like some chai tea, and a chai tea latte and butter. And so I'm going to make a candle out of it. I'm going to make croissant girl era candles. And then I'm even having thoughts another product that I can make with it is some slides. I wear slides, I wear them out. Wear them out. I have multiple pairs, and I will wear them until I have to throw them away. I wear them all the time, summer, spring, winter, all seasons. So I thought about making some little croissant slides. That would be so cute. But I don't know. It's I don't even know why I even felt the need to get on here and record. What do I have to say? What do I want to even talk about? I don't know. I really don't know. I think I'm just in such a weird space right now. And I also feel I'm grieving. Oh, God. And I don't know. I feel I do this every time I have a big creative urge like this to just create something that's in my head, bring it forth into the material world. I feel it's just when I'm in it, I am fully immersed in the creative process from start to finish. obsessed with it. Like it becomes my life. And it's almost like this like birthing process, you know. It's like there's the like, what would you call it? Like gestational period, where like it's almost like the seed is planted and it's growing. It's kind of like ruminating around in my mind a little bit. You know, I'm kind of thinking about it, kind of like tiptoeing about it. But it's like at this point, like I don't even realize it's like an urge or going to be a creative urge or just anything I need to do with it. It's just kind of like, okay, like for example, with the croissants. Like the croissants have been kind of like swirling around in my reality for a while. They've been hanging out. You know, like, I mean, number one, like I'm obsessed with France anyways, like just France in general. That's always kind of been there though. And then like, I've just been like obsessed with like these cute little croissants. And then like, you know, the little bows, you know, how we're in like that coquette aesthetic, you know, like the little pink bows and just like cutesy. Like, I just love it. It reminds me so much of Marie Antoinette and just France, and that's probably why I love it so much. But I think, by the way, I think coquette means like flirt or something in French. Anyways, like flirty or flirt. I don't know. I have to Google that again. I Googled it, and I want to say that that's what it means in French. Anyways, it's like it'll just start swirling around. And then it's like, you know, I started saying like, I'm in my croissant girl era. And then like, I even like I just realized I was saying it so much that I like added it to my, Instagram profile that I was in like croissant girl era when I did like my whole like revamping. Like, you know, I just wanted to add like bows and croissants everywhere. Just like, what the fuck am I doing? But I was like, oh, this is so cute. It's so sweet. And I love it. So it's like, it's been swirling around there for a while before like this actual urge happened. It was like this urge of like, I don't even remember like, I do remember actually how it happened. Okay, so my friend Whitney, she's like super inspiring to me, and it's without even trying. And it's usually pretty random when something hits me. But like, for example, she just opened up her own boutique, and like, she'll just send me things randomly and be like, what do you think about this? Or like, look at this. It's so cute. And, she actually sent me this, it was like a sweatshirt, and it was pink, like a baby pink color, and then the word croissant was written across it in like bubble letters, like red bubble letters. It just said croissant. And then on the sleeve, it had like the cutest little, I don't know if y'all have seen those Jellycat purses, or like, you know, just the Jellycat little plushies, but they have like this little croissant with like eyeballs and legs, and it's so freaking cute. And like, it had that on like the sleeve, like a little cute little croissant that was embroidered on the sleeve with like little eyeballs, and it was just adorable. And she was like, oh my God, you know, like I forget what she said, like I thought of you, or I don't know, something. And I was just like, holy shit, oh my God, like this is a need. And then it just like didn't go anywhere. Like I don't even think she got it for her boutique. But I mean, if she would have, like I would have just like purchased it immediately. But she didn't. Like she ended up like adding some like different things, and she didn't add that. So I'm like, well, I guess she didn't get it. Well, shit, you know, I really wanted to buy that. And then so I'm like sitting here, and it's just on my mind, you know, like how cute it was, and how like I wished I had like that croissant sweatshirt. And then it just popped in my head, Kara, make one. And it was just kind of weird. It was like everything just like downloaded to me, like the whole process, everything. I've not made like on print on demand before. Like I've never used that. Like I used to sell t-shirts in my shop like a long time ago. Like I was on this kick of making them, but it was because I had easy access to that. Like my neighbor across the street, like I could walk to his house. he was making them for me. And back then, like a few years ago, this was like pandemic, you know, he was making my t-shirts for me for like $10 a piece. So, I mean, I could sell them like super cheap. And, you know, me over here, stay-at-home mom, you know, like entrepreneur. And back then I was single, you know, it was just me and supporting 2 children. I could afford that. So like I used to have like t-shirts and stuff like, and I would just design them like all the time and have them in my shop. And then like I got away from that because, you know, prices went up. How the fuck am I supposed to afford that now? And then like, I think he charges like $20 now. It's crazy. So I'm just like, I can't do that anymore. Sorry. So I thought that was just over. But then it was like all of this came to me, and like even the word, like I think I'm sure I've heard it somewhere before, but it was like printify. So I like Google. I'm like, what the fuck is printify? Well, it's like it's like a print on demand. And guess what? I've got an Etsy shop, and guess what? Printify can integrate with your Etsy shop. So it makes it like super easy. But anyways, it's like I just started going. And the part that I didn't know how to do, which like I don't do Photoshop. I don't know how to do it. Never have, no desire to learn, don't fucking care about it. But Greg is an expert at Photoshop. And so there was like, you know, I would like, I designed the 𝗡𝗢𝗕𝗢 girl era. And then of course, like to upload it to like different products and stuff to sell, it's like different, templates, like sizing and probably like pixels and shit like that. It's ick to me, but it's like I handed it off to him, and he's like an expert at all of that. And so he was able to do that part that probably would have taken me hours to try and figure out on my own. Which, well, I mean, I would have just probably stopped right there because I wouldn't have been able to figure it out. Like I would have fucked it up, and I would have been pissed because I wouldn't have been able to complete my urge. But he was here, and so he did that part for me. And then like I did the rest. Like I like set up the listing, integrated it with my Etsy shop, and then boom, 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 boom. Like everything happened. And then it's just like fascinating to me because it's like it's just a way for me to create and then just let it go. But this is the part, like I'm at the part now where I'm just like, I don't even know what the fuck to do with myself. Because when I get this urge to create something, it just completely consumes my entire life, like for however long it takes me to create it. I never know. Like I never know how long it's going to take. I can't predict these urges when they happen. They just happen. Inspiration just comes out of nowhere. And then it's like, you know, I spend so much time. It's like almost like getting ready for the birth. And then I give birth to the creation. It's created. Okay. It's went from the immaterial to the material. It's real now. It's out there. I've given birth to it. It exists now. And then it's like, oh my God, like, what am I supposed to do now? And it's like, I go through like, I've been so emotional. Like I'm just grieving almost like the loss of it, you know, or like the letting go of it. Not really like the loss of it, but if you're a woman and you've given birth, I think you know what I'm talking about, the feeling that I'm talking about. It's like you don't even know what to do with yourself because now there's just nothing to do. Like you're done. You've completed it. You just let it go. And now I'm just like, I'm really sad. And it's like these waves of grief for that process to be over with. And it's like all of these icky feelings like coming back up again. Like lower emotions coming back up again because like, you know, it's like I went from, oh my God, this is so much fun. Like I love creating so fucking much. Like, oh my God, can this just happen every single day? Like it was like, oh my God, such a high. Such a high. Holy shit, I can't even describe it. It's like being on drugs. Such a high in that creative state, and now it's just done. And then now it's almost like back to reality. You know, it's like, because in those moments when I'm creating, I'm not worried about anything. I'm not worried about, oh, is this going to sell? I'm not worried about, is this going to make money? I'm not worried about, you know, my lack of money. I'm not worried about anything. I'm just like fully immersed in the joy and pure bliss that it is for me to create something, to get to create something, to be entrusted to create something. And then it's like, it's just over. And then reality sets in, and it's just like all of these fucking fears and doubts about it start creeping in. You know, it's like what this thing that like you could give two shits less if anybody else cared about, because you cared about it and it was fun, and just the whole process was so enjoyable for you, and it felt so good. And it's like you just don't even care about anything on the outside, nothing. And then now it's like all of these fucking thoughts. I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't even know why I created this. Like nobody likes it. Nobody loves it. Nobody's buying it. You know, wow. Like it was like this little glimmer of hope that I may actually like make some money off of this. Finally, like, can something I create be successful? It's like all of these things. And it's just like nothing. This period of like lull where nothing is happening. Nothing is moving anymore. There's like no energy anymore. It's like, okay, it's time for you to rest and recoup now, because you've spent days doing this. And this is the hardest part for me in my creative process, is the grief that follows it when it's done, is the ending. Because now it's like, wow, like I had something to do. I feel like I had a purpose. And then now they're just like nothing. It's like just nothing to look forward to. Nothing to work on. And it's like, ugh. Like I hate to say it, but it's almost like it just these low feelings of like, life is meaningless now. It was so much fun while it lasted, but now it's done. And I've got to let it go. It's just finished. Nothing more can be done. You know, like you can't worry. I mean, there's nothing you can do. You can't like force other people to love it as much as you do. You can't expect other people to understand what it meant to you and what the whole process meant to you to actually create it. They're not going to understand, nor are they even going to fucking care. Right back to here. Nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares. You know, I think that's why, like, I take, like, reviews so hard on my Etsy shop. Like, the only thing that I've ever gotten 4 stars on, like, I've never gotten any less than 4 stars. So, you know, it's like, I should be grateful, I suppose. But the only creation that I've ever gotten less than 5 stars on, which was 4 stars, was on my tarot deck. Now that was a very large urge. I created an entire 78 tarot card deck from scratch. And it took me a week. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy fucking part, is like most people it takes months, sometimes years. It took me a week. I didn't eat. I didn't sleep. I worked on it like almost 24 hours a day. No shit. And it took me a week to create it completely from scratch. I created the whole thing in Canva. That was a big one. That was a big one. And oh my God, I could cry thinking about it. I was so proud of it. I mean, I still am. I'm so proud of that one. That one amazed me that it came out of me. But then I've had like multiple people on Etsy leave me 4-star reviews and just like literally critique the fucking shit out of it. And, you know, it's like people just tell me all the time, you can't take it personal. Oh, yes, I can. I absolutely the fuck can. That literally came out of me. That like holds a piece of my heart. Like, that I created that from nothing. That was my life for a week. I put everything I had, every ounce of love, every bit of energy I had into that for a solid week. That's how long it took me. Probably a little longer, maybe a week and a half. I digress. For somebody to just come along and just like critique the shit out of it. I feel like, and then I can't even go read those reviews. They break my heart too much. Like, I'm going to cry thinking about it. Oh, it was terrible. Just seeing somebody just rip it to shreds. That's how it felt to me. And just not one person, but multiple. And I say rip it to shreds, but they still gave me 4 stars. But then like, oh God, I can't even get into it. Maybe that'll be something that I do one day for healing on here. Just record myself reading them. And then too, I think it's hard because I feel like I can't respond to them, you know, because like on Etsy, you can go back and change your review, I think. You know, so like, what if I responded to them in the way that I wanted to and they went back and like made it lower? So I've just left it alone. I haven't even responded to their reviews. I only respond to the positive ones. And it's like they left the reviews like last year, like in March. So it's been almost a whole year and I still think about them a lot. Not daily, but a lot. They're still coming up a year later. Still hurts my heart so bad. And makes me not want to create, makes me not want to put things out there. Because it hurts so bad. It hurts so fucking bad. But maybe that'll be something that I do. Is just read those reviews and just record myself responding to them in the way that I wish I could. Because I would fucking rip them to shreds with their ignorant piece of shit reviews that they left. I mean, one of the girls even said, like, I would have only paid $30 for this day. And it just shows you, like, she ain't creating nothing. She don't know how expensive the cost is to get something like that created. Like, I charge $58.88 because I have to. And you know, out of that $58.88, after production costs, like the cost it takes to make the deck, to ship the deck, and then Etsy fees, you want to know how much I make out of that $58.88 that I charge for that deck? $10.36. So it's like I literally have to charge that much. And when she said I would have only paid $30 for this, it was such a slap in the face. Because it's like I literally paid $39.48 to have this made for you. Like, that's how much it costs to make. Unless they send me a coupon, and sometimes they'll send me a $5 off coupon, in which case it's like $34 something. But it costs more than $30 to make a deck because it's just me. I can't afford to buy them in bulk. Like, I just don't sell enough of them. Now, if I was selling them like hotcakes, I would buy them in bulk because that would save money and I'd be able to pass the cost on to my customers. But I fucking can't. I can't afford it. I can't do it right now because, like, yeah, sure, like, I could drop, like, hundreds or thousands of dollars and buy a big bulk order and then be able to sell them for $30 a piece. But then I would lose money on that because how long would it fucking take me to sell them when I maybe sell a handful of them a year? So, goddamn, it's like when you see fucking comments like that, it just, ooh, it hurts. And it's like people are just so fucking clueless. And they're also just so fucking clueless about how much a review like that can negatively impact small businesses. It's crazy to me. But anyways, I need to go to bed.